Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Tony T. Now it's time for our NHL 2-pack here for the primetime playoff games for Saturday with Ramon Scott. You'll find his premium plays over at Tony'sPicks.com, where he's been on a roll here over the past 7 days. Also in NHL, 9-3 with 585 units of profit. NHL playoffs here the past 7 games. Let's bring in Ramon Scott here for NHL coverage here for the Saturday games. Ramon, what's going on?
Yeah, Tony, I'm ready to drop the puck, but got a little bit of time to spend with you here and talk about the games tonight. We swept the premiums yesterday in the NHL to keep it going, so why not cover these games tonight? Really good. I mean, playoffs haven't disappointed for sure in the NHL.
They seldom do. All right, we'll get underway here with our coverage. NHL here for Saturday, 7 Eastern time on TNT. Hurricanes and Rangers. We see the Hurricanes $1.48, total 5.5.
Yeah, imagine, Tony, if the Rangers can close it out here, they'll be done again with another sweep. And all the other series, well, they've probably got a whole week left of action, even here in the Eastern Conference. The other one's only through 3 games so far when Florida took that 2-1 lead. So pressure's on Carolina, but can they do anything with this right now and try to extend this against the Rangers? Tony, it's like the Rangers are making the most of their chances. They look crisp doing it because the Canes own the statistics, it seems, right now, but they just have too many breakdowns when the Rangers do have those chances. So I think that's where the Rangers have kind of capitalized in this series, Tony, and why they've been able to score some goals and make Carolina kind of contemplate things, dumping. I don't want to say dumping, but basically telling Frederick Anderson, a pretty strong goalie with, a real strong goalie in exchange for Pyotr Kochetkov, probably again today, basically a rookie. And there has good numbers, 2.33 goals against and a good winning percentage on this good Hurricanes team. But I don't know. It feels just like when you're having a guy like Igor Shesterkin in the form that he is in the other goal, you might want to have Anderson in there. So I think that means to me that the Hurricanes are, going to kind of look here to make sure they can keep a little bit of pressure on offensively where they haven't really uh, been doing as good of a job as maybe they should. Maybe Aho hasn't really stepped up like we've needed him to see. The contributions are kind of coming from some other guys right now from the Hurricanes. I'm going to end up going over here, Tony. I think the pressure is going to be on the Hurricanes to score quickly. I don't think they're going to be positioned to stay back and just make sure they don't lose this game to the Rangers, if you know what I mean. They're going to want to make sure they do the best they can offensively to try to score, get this win. They need this win. They're down 3-0. Rangers have gone over in 17 of their last 24 games, Tony, and they are a dog here still. When this series started, remember, even though the Rangers had that great record, it was the Hurricanes that were favored to win the series, and now, look where we are. I mean, Hurricanes still favored in this game, but down 3-0. I'll take the over tonight, Rangers and Hurricanes in Game 4.
All right, Ramon Scott, click the link below for his best bets. Rangers and Hurricanes to go over total of 5.5 goals. All right, guys, be sure to use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off all Ramon's premium pick packages. Find the link in the description. All right, let's continue here with our NHL rundown. We'll get both plays from the NHL playoffs for you guys here on the show here with Ramon. So we're getting ready here for the next game here on the board. Stars and Avalanche. Avalanche $1.35, total 6.5.
Yeah, Tony, thanks. I hope I'm here with you. I lost you there for just a second. Stars and Avalanche tonight in this one. And yeah, so Tony, Colorado has looked more like the cup contender for the most part in the first couple of games, but now all of a sudden here comes Dallas. I don't think we're ready just to count them out just yet, but with Colorado here favored at home in this one, Tony. I mean, they look strong offensively, that line with McKinnon, with Ranton and Kushkin really, really looking strong. McCarr is really just awesome as well here defensively and offensively, of course, for Colorado. Now, Ottinger, for some reason, he doesn't always look playoff tested at this point. He's got to come up big, I would think, in this one tonight. Now, I think the Stars are really in a position to want to play more defensive in this game on the road against that powerful Avalanche offense. Those guys that I mentioned, especially that top line. Now, they've had some other guys like Lehkonen on that second line coming through with some big plays too. But to me, the Stars have got to be in a position, maybe like in this whole series, if we can just be 1-0, 2-1, keep it 2-1, make it if it's 2-2 in the third, like you want it to be, like you need it to be on the road. That's what the Stars are going to be looking for. Ottinger's got to do a better job. I don't know. Seems like some easy ones have been getting by him a little bit. Johnston's been the star for Dallas so far. Tony, the youngster, he's already a big star. It looks like to me. He's been the guy. It feels like to me for Dallas. It looks like Pavelski, old and slow, unfortunately, hasn't lived up to his end right now. What they need from Pavelski, but Robertson's really coming on, and if Robertson can start to step it up, Dallas can remain in this series. Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, these guys have been good. I'm going to go under here in this one. Dallas has gone under in 15 of their last 21 games. Their focus better be on, just trying to make sure they don't let the Avalanche explode for a year, because unlike we've seen with some teams, right? It doesn't feel like the Stars. We've seen these 3-goal comebacks, Tony, in some of the series in these games, right? Doesn't feel like the Stars are the team to come back from a multiple goal deficit. So they've got to keep it under control as much as possible. And that's why I have the under with the Stars and the Avalanche tonight.
All right, Ramon Scott here. Stars, Avalanche to go under total of 6.5 goals. All right, we got you this 2-pack from the prime time TNT doubleheader from the NHL playoffs here. So we're all set to roll here. And of course, now it's time to turn our attention over to TonySpeaks.com for the card on Saturday. Of course, afternoon action being at 3 Eastern time. So we're going to try and get this video up soon. So you should be able to catch it right away here. So Ramona doing great work in the NHL, 585 units of profit last 7 days. Also, great profit here last 7 days. NHL, European football, MLB also showing in the green, MMA as well. So we got a lot on the board today. We've got action on the ice. We got the 2 from the NBA. We also have 15 game card from Major League Baseball. That's starting at 3 Eastern time. Also, we got the UFC Fight Night going on. Of course, Ramon will get in action there as well. Maybe he may look at some MLS. He talked about that on the morning steam. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Make sure that those hockey plays tonight, Tony, given my current run, are available in some form of package. Won't necessarily leave it out there. I'll have something packaged up with it if we have to do that, to make sure if you're interested in getting my top-rated selections on these NHL games tonight over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You see the 5-pack there with those other games and the other package. Thank you, Tony. There, so you can get the 2 NBA picks and the 2 NHL and my top play in baseball. But as those start to whittle down there, we'll just keep repackaging them. There's the UFC package there as well, and a baseball package too. So there'll be action tonight. I'm going for probably a dozen plays here, Tony, if you include that UFC in there. And I have taken a long, deep dive at this MLS card, and I think we're going to go big. It's all crammed into one big kind of time segment at 7:30 Eastern for the early games through the West Coast. All the MLS games are in the little window, so looks like a fun card tonight. And you can catch me over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use promo code TonyT at checkout if you want to ride with that 3-day right now. I've been looking at a dozen plays or more here, Tony. We're going to roll. Already getting a little action here. We're just a short time away. Whenever you're seeing this, there's more action to be had. Let's just put it that way tonight over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20%.
That's right, guys. Get over Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. You see the great results in the NHL the last 7 days. Also, all sports combined, 521 units of profit the last 7 days. Click the link in the description. You'll land right here on Ramon's handicapper page. This is where you can get on board with his long-term, with his passes. One-day passes up there, best bets as well. Remember, on these one-day passes, they are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back to your account for side credits. That is profit guaranteed. Not so in the long-term passes, because they're sold at a discount. You may consider that 3-day pass with all this action on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday there with that 3-day pass, like all this MLB, the NHL playoffs, the NBA playoffs. We got European soccer as well in there. Also MLS, UFC, fight night, a lot going on. Ramon having a great fight night. Actually, great UFC results as you check the leaderboards. And of course, whichever you choose, use that promo code TonyT at checkout and you'll save that 20% off. You can access Ramon's page. Just click that link in the description. You'll land right here. Go ahead and get signed up. Also, Ramon shot early this morning, the morning steam, live at 9 a.m. Eastern time every day here on the channel. If you miss it, well, as I said, games don't start till Eastern, so you got plenty of time. A lot of action up there still to go. Actionable action. So check out the archive and check out the replay of the morning steam for Saturday's card. All right, for Ramon, I'm Tony T. We'll talk with you guys again tomorrow.